Hello, hello! Join me for a Spek unboxing of a custom ostrich. Stay tuned. Okay, y'all, I am getting ready to an unboxing for my Spek custom. I have two customs that I've done this year. This is my first one. I put this order in back in December, and I will talk about the specs a little bit more as we get into it. I'm so excited about it. Let's get into it. Okay. If you guys know me and you know my channel, Spek is kind of one of my favorite go-to planner covers, and their quality really is second to none. I years ago would have said, I'm having trouble getting out of the box. Years ago I would have said that quality-wise Gilio was a little better, but quite honestly I do feel like Spek has really stepped up their game in the last couple of years. This is really cute because it's like gold, but they really have stepped up their game in my opinion, and I really personally believe that, in my opinion, when it comes to this type of planner cover, that Spek really is the best. That's of course my opinion, but certainly would love to hear anybody else's thoughts on what they feel as far as Spek goes. But I'm so nervous, you guys. Okay, so I always do B6s now because I've just landed at B6s, my absolute favorite. I do have an A6 that I use for on the go, but I like to put that in a super slim, sleek cover, so I don't use the Spek for that because Specs can be a little bulky. Absolutely love Ostrich. That's what this is, and it's what my next custom is as well, but I did a new custom on this, so I'm a little nervous about what it's gonna look like. And I didn't end up getting my pictures, and I think that's my own fault because I thought that I told her I wanted pictures, and then I went back and I didn't see that I did say that, so it's not her fault, it's my own. So I'm hoping that it's exactly how I want it to be. Oh, it's pretty. Okay, let's get into it. Take it out of the plastic, which I love that they ship it in plastic. Oh, wow. Okay, so totally different for me. I wanted to have kind of like the envelope, almost like trifold style for a B6. Ivory was a color that I really had my eyes on. I will say, I'm just kind of looking at it and looking at the color in the camera. I think it's coming off maybe a teeny bit lighter on camera than it really is. Let me see if I tone down my light a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So I wanted the envelope style instead of just the clasp, just for something different, and I love it. It's so pretty. Okay, and I just did the basic configuration on this side. Obviously, because it's envelope style, I didn't do a back pocket either. I just stuck with this and the regular slip pocket, and then you have your elasticated pen loop here and your basic slip here. Let's pull my current planner out of its housing and put it in here and see what it is like. I did get it heightened slightly, and it's just the plastic cover on cover is sticking. I'm just trying to be careful because this cover for the planner, she's changed, Sterling Ink has changed them, but they're super flimsy, floppy in the first edition. Okay, let's see how much room I have. Oh, it's perfect. Good. I was a little nervous that it was going to be too much height, but it isn't. It's actually really nice. Okay, so like this, that's what it would look like without actually having it in there. I'm just wondering, like, just for video sake, if I put it in here, stay there, and let me flop you in so we can see what the book looks like with the front and back covers in there. Yeah, see how floppy that is? And I reinforce mine with this paper on the front, and it's still kind of floppy. Come on. Okay, there we go. That's better. So it definitely has lots and lots and lots of room on the sides. And I mean, that's okay. I did want to be able to have it so that I could super chunk this girl up, because I'm already getting kind of chunky with it, and I just know it's going to be huge by the time I'm done. And the thing with having an envelope flap is that you're gonna have this extra bulk over here, because the only other way is if I had done like an extra popper, then I could have eliminated it some, which I really wasn't sure. I've never done an envelope style before, so I wasn't sure if I should do 2 poppers or how that was gonna go. If over time, if I absolutely hate that and I really want to cut that back a little bit, I can always send it back and have another popper put on it if I absolutely feel like I need to. But I really like the color. It is trying to think of something to describe it. I mean, it definitely is more in the yellow tones of cream and not as much, you know, in like the gray tones. So it kind of tends more on that like gold side, and that's why you can see like the gold gilding matches so well with the color. But it's really cute. I like it. I like the special touch of the envelope. It just was something I've been wanting to do for a really long time and never got. I mean, it's expensive. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty pricey to add the envelope. I can't remember. I'd have to look back, but it's, I want to say 300 euros, something like that, just to add this in Ostrich. So definitely will be my first and last time that I do it because it's just so expensive. It's hard for me to really justify that, but I really wanted to have one that was just different and kind of set apart from my others. Let's compare this to one of my other standards that I have, just for size comparison. This is, again, a Spek. I have had this one widened to 310 millimeters open, and you can see that there's definitely, because of that flap, there's definitely a lot more space here on the side as far as that goes. I did heighten it slightly to accommodate, and I want to say she heightened it 6 millimeters to accommodate the cover uncover. So it is just ever so slightly higher. Just remember, with every single custom that you have made through Spek, everything costs money. So this particular one, I think it was 50 or 75 euros to heighten it, just 6 millimeters. So it's so little. It's very, very little that, you know, you just have to figure out whether or not you think it's worth it, because if you can get away with not using a cover uncover, I totally would. This particular planner cover, I am thinking is going to be best with having the front and the back in here, because when you saw with it just being in the front, like, or just the back part being in and the front being left out like this, then you just have all this floppy and that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I'm definitely going to end up needing to use, you know, have this in there, and then it will, you know, it will sit like this more often, open on my desk. I'm just putting a marker in here just so that we can see what it looks like with one sitting in there. There we go. Yeah, let's just close it with the marker in it, and you can just kind of see lots and lots of space on that side. So I would suggest, if you're going to go with an envelope style in a B6 and you widen it like I did, I would suggest doing a second popper, because if even, you know, if you stuck a second one like right here, which, yeah, I was gonna say, it's not like that would be easy for me to do myself. If you stuck a second one right here, then, you know, you can tighten it just a little bit more, and then, you know, it's not gonna be as wide. Just kind of comparing if you had done the second popper. See, it's a lot closer. In hindsight, that's my suggestion, doing 2 poppers here instead of just the one. This way you don't have all of this space here. But I think for me, over time, as this really super chunks up, this is going to be a really, really nice cover to have, because it's gonna accommodate a massive planner, a massively chunked up planner. But okay, so that is it. So I'll go over the specs before I sign off. So the envelope closure in the front, this is full quill ivory on the exterior. The interior is less quill ivory. It has the standard configuration on the right side. Obviously, you don't get that configuration at all here, but you do get it here. So you have the basic pocket in the back, and you have your slip there as well. It was increased 6 millimeters in height to accommodate for the plastic cover. But I'm going to be 100% honest, now that I have this in hand, I don't recommend this because of this. Like, it, you know, you literally just have like all this leather just kind of flopping around, and I'm gonna say I could have saved that money and not bothered heightening it, because this type of cover I really feel like needs to be in here as well. That's just my opinion. If you've had one of these before and you disagree, you know, that's totally fine. But I really do like it. It's super pretty. I'm super excited about the next one that I have coming, but it's probably, let's see. I think I still have 6 to 8 weeks before that one's going to be coming in, and that will be like my absolute last custom for the year. These two were more expensive than I wanted to pay. So, and there has been an increase by, I think, about 6% for a lot of the customs, and 6% of already expensive ostrich definitely, you know, puts it up there in price. But let me know if you guys have any questions. I will put my specs for measurements in the description below. Again, this is Spek, and yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!